And if anybody else wants to be on the steering committee for the Land Literary Guild, we'd love to have you. Truth. Truth is slated shades of charcoaled ash. She is the redhead at midnight who kicks off her espadrilles, runs barefoot over sand, stone, sun-gorged tarmacs. Her toes worm into mantle and core. She's an olive-branched battleship, a subversive liar, dove and dusk. She sees only what she believes. Truth is Kyrie G, and I don't know if I said that right, but Harriet would know. Oh, these poems are in the wrong order.
What was that last word?
Kyrie G, is that right, Harriet? It's a haiku term. You are not Schrodinger, and you are not his cat. You cannot tell, but you believe you are alive. Although perhaps you are dead, your head is on fire. And not even Thalak can put your thoughts out. Your black cat is curled up in a black wicker basket and is growling at ghosts. A second black cat joins him in the basket. Form not a yin, not yang, and certainly not sleeping rectangle, now a devouring Ouroboros. There are no such things as ghosts. You have no cats. They are not black. They are purring. Thalak is a myth. No wonder he cannot douse your thoughts. Your thoughts are on the struggle for truth in Fallujah. There is no truth. The U.S. is not involved. The U.S. will not send in troops. The U.S. delivers 24 Apache helicopters, 175 Hellfire air-to-ground missiles, reconnaissance drones to the tune of $4.7 billion, plus or minus. Your head is not on fire. Your hair is writhing. You are Medusa. You are not a cat. You do not have 9 lives, and war is not the answer. Perseus, not Schrodinger, is coming to cut off your head, use you as a shield. And I wrote that because Roy is always asking me, what's going on in Fallujah? Just before World War III, smoke from a mortar attack on Luhansk, thousands without electricity, water, medical aid, unmarked Russian tanks roll by, a barricade of concrete blocks. Soldiers are sent, but bodies come back. And I want to read a short poem by Kim Stafford from the Knotted Bond, Oregon Poets Speak of Their Sisters. A Prayer by the Tigress, 19 March 2003. Let me be the light from the morning star, the glimmer between worlds. I am what you cannot see at midnight or noon. I am the child in war putting my candle in a paper boat at the call to prayer. My mother says, when I die, I will be a secret. Little boat, you are my sister, I put a light in. Go find me a place to be. Allah is great. You are small. Go tell them your brother is here. My mother, my father, we are a secret. We are a boat. We are a light. We are the star that sees you. What we lost will be you, my mother says. Kim Stafford. A couple from Willingly Would I Burn, back there for sale also. Going to try to read what I haven't read before. If you have a daughter, teach her to fly. Bodies against the brink, accepting directives. A bruising shuffle. The torments of negative space, extractions, protocols, extermination, unchanging templates, veiled histories, amplifying, identifying DNA sequences. Proof of death isn't what it used to be. It's all so obvious, the larger truth. Adjacent angles. My mother never saw a Bloody Mary she wouldn't drink. Never had an orgasm until I told her how. Never loved my father. At his funeral, a collage of photos, a deck of cards, dog tags, an empty beer bottle, an homage to the man who never loved his children. Running through the woods into the cemetery in the dark, hiding behind the headstones, we played hide and seek. I don't want anything. I have all that I need. Fractions. Feed and water the cats, let them out, do the dishes, shower, pack my bags. He smoked, he was a loser, he was beautiful, he was so damn dumb. In the movies, he wanted to sit in the back row and eat popcorn. In the dusk, his gray chest hairs electrified, stripped down to nothing, he turns the TV on. And I'm going to read 4 sections from standardized testing. So each question has possible answers. 9, what is the margin of time? Who loves a man and leaves? Meditations on a dead cat. A catalog of letters written. The swell of pride. 10, if the object of a poem has one, what is a weight-bearing word? Propinquity, inordinate, assimilate, good, disclosure. 11, in the eye of the story, what did it matter if you lied? The glint on glass, somewhere I have never planned to be. A piece of grit stuck in my heart. I haven't read this one in a while. The effect of evidence in convincing the mind. I am the smoky scent of discontentment. A room darkened to tongues, no tongues, a hand on my buckle, the nervous rattle of pop bottles, displaced as we shuffle in a 3-dimensional space. Hands fumble each article of clothing we caress. I am a printing proof on the table, draped for the operation that's going to be attempted, to remove the wrench from my thorax without setting off any buzzers, without making my nose light up burnt sienna in hopes of opening me, the perfect vessel. I am tungsten, a filament alighted by touch, and everywhere a field of chairs. The demographics of prison. Shockwave foreboding, your hand, the curdle of monomers, ballistic of face masks. I went toward the only now, brought home a keepsake, a Kevlar vest wrapped tight. Too much affection. You carve the stars from my eyes, fill my days with static. An atonement of wondering, fragments start to slide, some small resistance. I offer my throat. I am busy telling you this. I am not ready. And I'm going to read a poem from our Chaos Anthology Turn by Jose Araguz, Snow in December. As one fell and then another against the pain before him, he began to see in the flakes the drawn lines of eyelashes, the world now closing and closing its eyes. I love that poem. And this is a chapbook of chapbooks, so there's 10 chapbooks in this book. And my chapbook in here is called It's Always Night, It Always Rains. It's kind of a murder noir chapbook. It's what I first started writing when I started writing. And I'm glad I got to get back to it in poetry. I love you maybe more.